Director of Video Operations is Peyton Prudhomme. Strength and Conditioning Coach is Jordan Jackson. And the Athletic Trainer is Jordy Hackett. What a great atmosphere despite the limited crowd. Time for our Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game. Sanderson Ford, the best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, Lopes can't afford that holiday hangover. You know, good food, they got a good win on Saturday. They got to fight through the human nature to relax after 2 big wins and start the season. They got a soft opponent on deck. Got to play through that tendency to relax, and it is the season of giving. Mississippi Valley State averaging 20 turnovers. So if they're in the giving mood, it would be rude not to accept those easy turnovers, pressure them, and then run for easy scores on the offensive end. And it's not me game, it's a we game. And this team has had a team first attitude. It really helps them bonding. They need to continue that growth. 15 players probably should play tonight. So play for one another. Don't play for yourselves.
The officials tonight, Deldre Carr, Mike Ojeda, and Crystal Hogan. Folks, starting 5 into the center circle. There you see Ashbourne Midgard. Career high in rebounds, followed by a career high in points. Take the opening tip with Cameron Cunningham. We are underway in Phoenix. Here comes GCU. Blackshear moves to his right. Labor cuts back left. Dishes off to Dixon quickly. Frayer looked inside. Now to Labor. Moves left. Hands it off to Dixon. Blackshear looking for a seam. Cuts back out. Frayer puts it down inside the arc. Short off the mark, and the Delta Devils come up with it. Hunter in the corner, and a bucket there, a big one from Cameron Cunningham, their leading scorer.
Yeah, that's something that they have not done very well this season, is shoot the 3, shooting under 30% out there. So Lopes got to find shooters in transition.
Right back in your face, Alessandro Labor with his own 3.
Yeah, Labor's done a nice job being able to stretch that defense, kind of that secondary break. Punch to look inside, there's nothing inside. They swing it back through the top to the big man. If they don't close out on him, he can knock that down.
Caleb Hunter, coach's son, dishes back. Alexander Perry loses it, top of the key, dishes back out. Cunningham cuts back out. Eyed by Frayer tightly, looking for an opening. Drives, left hand, doesn't drive.
I'll tell you what, Oscar Frayer really challenged that driving attempt.
Oh, Frayer off the glass, fouled.
That's exactly what you want. If you're Coach Drew and that staff over there, you want to see him get that ball off the glass and then push it down into the scoring end in 5 seconds or less. Oscar Frayer, I mean, he challenged the shot at the rim, and then he's cat quick, using his wheels to get back out in transition. He's the one that has an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
I'm waiting for that first wide open runway for Oscar Frayer.
Oh, had a little bit of room there, but they cut it off.
Yeah, those are fun to watch.
Yep. Off the mark. Free throw percentage, definitely something the team wants to improve on here early on, just game 3 of the season. Caleb Hunter, eyed by Blackshear, moves left. Gordon beyond the arc, driving. Stopped by Labor, dishes back out. Hunter marked by Blackshear. Long 3, skyrocket, doesn't go.
Yeah, that wasn't a good possession that time. Almost an empty possession, but credit Javon Blackshear, really locked down defense out on the perimeter.
Dixon. Looked right, goes to Blackshear. Hunter's on him. Back to Dixon. Front of the Delta Devils bench, inside Midgard, up over the top for Labor, left hand, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Midgard called for that basketball. I said, if you give it to me, I got a better angle to just dump it down to my big man down low.
Labor's got all 5 for the Lopes early on. Ooh,
from the play.
Yeah, got a moving screen out there on the top. But I love this one right here. You know, you've seen Laver make that pass several times to Midgard. Next time, Midgard says, you know, you've given me a couple. How about I return the favor? And Laver does a good job keeping his defender on his back throughout that play. And he's just giving up too many inches. No way the state player could challenge that shot. Here we go again.
Oh, Frere to Midgard. No doubt about it.
They're trying to front the post, but they're not getting any weak side help right now. Lope's getting really high percentage shots. Big fellas are flexing their muscle underneath.
Hunter. Cunningham. He's got the 3 ball for the Delta Devils. Hide by Frere. Hunter. Kicks back out. Long 3. Good. Oh,
that was nice. Now, he really extended when he came off of that screen. He took 2 defenders with him. When he throws back to his partner, he's wide open to knock down that 3 ball.
6 of 13 is Perry from the arc.
Backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation.
Well, Lopes got a break there. I don't know if the Lopes had controlled that ball. It looked like the Devils had gotten to that basketball, and officials are going to say that that was a violation just because that Alessandro Laver got his left hand on that basketball, but the Devils looked like they had control.
Caleb Hunter, far side. Cameron Cunningham, another long. What is going on here?
Yeah, it's raining threes up in here. You got 3 3-point shots here, and Lopes got to close out on these shooters. Sometimes the stat sheet can be wrong. Their first 3 games, they're shooting 26% from behind the arc, and come out here, and they're knocking them in from all sides of the floor.
Down to Midgard down low.
Yeah, they're just too strong from down low. And Lopes going to have to extend their defense down here on the defensive end. Forget what that scouting report said or the stat sheet said. These guys are shooting it tonight.
Yep. 3 of 4 from the arc. Delta Devils early on.
Yeah, remember they came out here a couple of years ago and he took a 33-point beatdown. They probably, some players on his team remember that and don't want any more of the same tonight.
Hunter puts it home inside the arc for 2.
Yeah, Hunter got a couple threes now. And I got a foot on the line, excuse me, a 2-point shot.
Down low to Midgard. Right hand and in. Feed the beast down low.
Yeah, they really are. Unless, what is this, Unleash the Kraken? Well, those 2 guys down there just having their way right now with Mississippi Valley State. Fun to watch.
All 11 points from the bigs. Midgard and Laver.
And one thing I'll credit these the backcourt for GCU. They see what's working. They keep feeding their bigs. Sometimes guys get a little jealous. I'm not getting a chance to get some shots up, and they'll go away from it. But right now, again, one more time, Midgard just flex it down low.
Who could have known that extra love could add extra pounds? That all those accidents could have a medical explanation, or that the smallest changes could make the biggest impact. You did, and so did we. That's why Hill's always starts with a pet's biology to anticipate their ever-changing nutritional needs for differences you can see, feel, and trust. So you're always a step ahead.
By Sanderson Ford. The best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herb Jones. By your side. By Community Tire Pros, serving Arizona since 1945. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth from GC Arena in Phoenix, and it's been all bigs here early on. Laver and Midgard, all 11 points, 5 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, it's a big party. They're just having a lot of fun down there, doing their dance steps down there. All they're really doing is establishing a good wide base, call for that basketball. Frere doing a good job of fighting. He's got 3 assists. Laver's got 5 points. Midgard 3 for 3 from the field. He's got 6 points, plus 1 assist to his big man.
Hunter at the line.
Kind of funny to say Midgard's got his big man when he goes 7 feet 270. But Laver's a 7-footer. It's like 14 feet. It's a house party.
What a luxury to have, right?
Yeah. Anything that comes off that glass on the defensive end, that's one thing I will say. Lopes right now, top 25 team and rebounded the basketball 46 a game.
Laver down low to Midgard. Hoop and a harm.
Well, okay, you know, he got one from Midgard, and this time Laver pops out there for about 20 feet. He fired a two-hand overhead pass and just a strike right down to his buddy. And I love the way Midgard catches the ball around his numbers, and he keeps it high. He doesn't bring it down where the little guards can gain an advantage on him. He takes it from his chest, those letters and numbers, straight up to 10 feet and slams it home. Chance for the three-point play, the old-fashioned play.
That was like a Nolan Ryan fastball down there. Laver had a little gas on it.
Yeah, but
he stepped out.
Yeah, that's the old Jerry Stackhouse play. Stackhouse, when I played with him in Philadelphia, was good for once a week, stepping out of bounds, trying to get a three-point shot. It used to drive me nuts. We worked so hard on the defensive end to get a stop. And the Carolina guy, I tell him, Jerry, you got to stop doing that, man. I'm going to start finding you every time you step out of bounds with the basketball.
Blackshear. Dixon, far side. Moves to his right, looks left. Laver trying to back in. Kicks back out. Sean Miller Moore. Way off the mark.
A little strong on that one. Sean Miller Moore. Yeah, he likes to get in the basketball game and get in that offensive ball. Not getting back in transition that time, not making a wall around that painted area. Was that but Blackshear had to commit the foul.
Terry Collins at the line, 67% free throw shooter early on this season. Kenner, Louisiana native.
Conlon knocks down the first one, so yeah, we only played 5 minutes and 15 seconds. You really thought that Lopes were just going to come out here and pound this team and be up by about 15 at the 10-minute mark, but give Mississippi Valley State a lot of credit. They're tired of taking it on the chin from these teams. You know, they are the second worst team on points allowed on the season out of over 300 ball clubs. So they've tried to come out here and play a little better than they have the first 3 basketball games of the season for them.
Lopes 0 for 3 from the line, while Mississippi Valley is 2 of 4. Stopping, popping Blackshear. Big rebound. Midgard can't pull it in.
Yeah, a rare one that slipped out of Midgard's mitts.
Collins dishes back out. Perry drives. Steps into the paint. Lost it a little bit. Had to kick it back out to Gordon. Gordon, a long 3. Ooh, goodness gracious.
Another 3-point shot. How many is that? 4 for them now here in this first opening half. That has really kept them, well, not kept them around, kept them with the lead. 16-13 advantage.
Blackshear to back. Midgard down low, trying to bust his way through. Whistle.
Well, that's the theme for the night. You'll probably be talking about that one for the next 26 or 28 minutes. How long Midgard's going to be on that floor. And he got a tremendous advantage down there on that block. It seems to me that he likes that right block the best. He likes to be able to make that left shoulder turn, coming back to his strong right hand with either the power dunk or a little baby kiss off the glass.
Gordon with 3 fouls. There's a little bit of getting to know Ashbourne Midgard. We're learning a lot more about. Rebound put back by Sean Miller Moore.
Somebody went to sleep. That won't make Lindsey Hunter. He's chewing out his crew there, giving up now it's one thing to give up the offensive board on a free throw, but it's another thing to just let the guy lay the ball right back into the basket.
Hunter, eyed by Blackshear. Got some help there by Perry. High off the glass, pulled down by Midgard, quickly to Blackshear. Up to Sean Miller Moore. Ooh, right through the basket. Oh, and he puts it home. Jaden Stone.
I'll tell you what, that would have bothered me. Seeing that ball smash into the net on its way to you, and Stone just locked in on that rim as soon as he got the ball.
Almost kicked it off. Stone, man, he's got coming with some energy.
Terry Collins.
Another little jump shot for the Devils. So they're not getting much inside, but they are making their outside shots. This team is shooting less than 35% from the field, less than 23% from the three-point range, and they're coming out here tonight. They are 66% in the game and 4 of 5 from behind the arc. Sometimes you just don't know. Sir, Coach Drew's probably wondering what the heck is going on. Not the team we were watching on film.
Gabe McLaughlin in for Ashbourne Midgard. Pulling that depth, Labor on the floor. Big left hand off the glass.
That's what's good about this GCU team. Midgard, you play on that right block. Labor can play on either the right or the left, so they don't get in each other's way. Now, 14 to nothing points in the paint right now for GCU. That got him back a +3.
Hunter, 10 on the shot clock. Kick back out. Cunningham.
Oh, he walked.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, Cunningham off to a kind of a. Well, he got to 6 points, but right there, that's a turnover. That's one thing that State has done too much this year. 20 turnovers a game. And that's just way too many. Already tonight, they got 3 turnovers. So that's something to keep an eye on. See if the Lopes can get some of those turnovers to translate to points on the other end.
Yeah, we saw 15 in the opener for the Lopes and just 5 against Benedictine in game 2 of the season. Not bad.
They did, and most of those 5 came in the first half. So really through 3 halves of basketball, they had about 20 turnovers, and now that they've really kind of ratcheted it back down, taking much big care of the basketball. Only 1 turnover tonight. Another jump shot from the outside.
Another bucket from Labor, who's been red hot off the start of this season.
That's 2 of those points off the turnovers. Look, have Jared keep an eye on those tonight here and see what we're at towards the end of the evening.
Looks like Labor's going to get a reach in. Chance McMillan on the court. Will step aside, though, with the Lopes up 23-18. 11:45 to go, opening half.
Dear Best Buy, me and Piggy have been saving up for a long time to get my girlfriend the right laptop. Got any deals?
Every day, I'd get her a Chromebook. Great laptop at an even better Best Buy price.
Who could have known that extra love could add extra pounds? That all those accidents could have a medical explanation? Or that the smallest changes could make the biggest impact? You did, and so did we. That's why Hills always starts with a pet's biology to anticipate their ever-changing nutritional needs for differences you can see, feel, and trust. So you're always a step ahead.
So the 5-point lead right now over Mississippi Valley State. And you see a familiar face over there on the bench, former interim head coach with Phoenix Suns, Lindsey Hunter. But not only a special night to return to the desert, but he does so with family in tow. His son, Caleb, playing for his team. The guard was a standout last year in his freshman year, taking home SWAC Freshman of the Year honors. And then this year, he was already second in scoring for the team, kind of carrying them on his shoulder already as a sophomore. Future bright with him leading the way. And so exciting for him to be able to play for his dad and, of course, another family with a lot of basketball history, the Drew family. You'll remember that Bryce got to play for his father, Homer, at Valpo. They had so many memories they take with them, and today, earlier, Coach was just saying that it was so special to be on the bus with his dad, to be traveling. Those last-second shots that won games, those are not just, a dad in the stands cheering, but it meant something for his team, very special for the Drew family, and of course, Scott, his brother, over at Baylor. And Scott, I know you know both of these families and just how special the love for the game is for both of them.
Yeah, Kate, it is a special bond that these sons have with their fathers to be able out there and go and perform for a format. I sometimes wonder what the ride home after a loss is like, but I'm sure just the memories after all the special moments and the hard-fought victories has got to be something that keeps with them for a lifetime.
Yeah, I always wondered about that. Those ride homes. Felt the Devils knocked out of bounds by Zador. 16 on the shot clock. Hunter near side. Collins step back. 6 on the shot clock. He's got to do something quickly. Cunningham 2-1. Shot clock violation.
Well, that won't make Lindsey Hunter real happy coming out of that timeout. His team was very stagnant on offense. Nobody cutting through. I almost thought the Lopes were in a zone defense because players were able to just stand in one spot off the basketball. Nobody was moving without the ball, and they locked them up for 30 seconds.
Lopes field goal percentage 77%. Wow, Mississippi Valley 67%.
Yeah, and on top of that, Barry, real quick, 9 assists on 10 made field goals, so really sharing that ball well, of course, helps when you can dump it into those big bodies down low.
Sean Miller-Moore kicks it back out, wide open look from the corner. That's off the mark by Chance McMillan.
I'm going to keep my eye on Zador tonight. He didn't really get into the scoring action Saturday night against Benedictine. Let's see what this kid can do and coming back from a subpar performance.
Yeah, you were excited after that Grambling.
Oh, I really like him. I think he's going to be just fine. Look at him calling for that ball inside down low.
Oh,
got hacked. That was a nice job down there. He went down there, spread out wide. He's got length. Look how long his arms are. He can tie his shoelaces and barely bending over at the waist. He's got some real long arms, and he made himself, his presence known down there to guard. Like, give me the ball. I got this guy right on my back. Like 6'10". He's got the arms of a 7'2" man.
Brings that one out. 2:04 coming into the game from the line for Zador from Yalta, Ukraine, by way of Weber State.
Yeah, get down there. He said a resort community down there in the Ukraine, down on that Crimea Sea down there. I wonder what the thing these guys are doing from the free throw lines. Zador's got too good a stroke to go 0 for 2 from the line. Right now, the Lopes 1 for 7 as a team. They're just taking they're not taking enough time. They get in that ball, and it's like it's a live grenade, and they got to get it up out of their hands too quickly. When you're struggling, take an extra moment or two of pause. Get your eyes set, make sure you're on balance, and really lock in on that rim before you go into your shooting motion.
Another 3 attempt by Mississippi Valley State. It'll be Lopes' ball. McLaughlin was called for the foul prior to their drive up the court for the Delta Devils.
We got a lady official out there tonight. I'd love to see that.
Again, that protocol. Officials can't get out of their car before they're tested. Crystal Hogan is who you're referring to. Before they're tested. Once the test comes back, they're cleared to get out of the car. That's the type of protocol that is being placed here under COVID-19. Laxer off the mark with a 3. Fouled underneath the bucket.
I'm not quite sure who they got that one on there. Crystal's the one that blew her whistle down. We were just talking about her, and I think it was one of the Devils trying to push on Midgard down there. He got a little too aggressive, trying to get him out of the way. Exactly, probably used all his might, and I think the officials thought that was a bit too much.
Midgard trying to work his way in. He lost the ball. Nice pocket pick there by Terry Collins. Drive out baseline, quickly out to Smith. Smith looks over to his right. Cunningham for 3, off the rim.
That was a good extra pass that time by Smith, because he had a good ball fake. It had a shot for himself, but passed it over to the team's leading scorer.
Looks like they got 13 green.
Yeah, Midgard's going to go more now. Yeah, Midgard's going to go to the line. Mississippi Valley State is over the limit. Lopes are in the 1-on-1 situation for the rest of the half. But that's Midgard. He comes out and he is doing damage down low, and of course the coaching staff from Mississippi Valley State is chomping at the bit to start pushing those big guys out away from the basket, and now they're picking up fouls as a result.
Sean Miller-Moore quickly on the miss.
We get Midgard shoot 100 free throws for a day for the rest of the season.
No more threes either. Blackshirt got swarmed. Foul there by Ronald Williams. Back-to-back fouls on number 13.
I love this one about Blackshirt. He's been kind of struggling for the last game and a half from the field. And there's no better way to get yourself going than by driving inside, getting a layup, or getting a foul where you can get to that free throw line. Work on your stroke, your in-game stroke. But right now, the Lopes are really struggling. Are you sure that basket's straight down there? Because they're shooting like it's crooked. 1 for 9 from the free throw line.
Delta Devils, number 1.
He misses this one. I'm going to eat my stat sheet.
21,
Oh, come on.
Carrion Walden.
I've never seen a team start 1 for 10.
Get ready.
It's guaranteed this
Where's
one's
your
going
stat
down.
sheet?
I got my stat sheet right here.
All right. I don't know if I want him to make it.
There we go. JBJ.
That
Got
would've
bailed
been-
me
That
out.
would have been good TV right there. You need a fiber diet.
Hunter, bounce pass, Collins. Good play by, good hands there by Coach Schilling on the bench.
Yeah. And that's the one where, Coach Lindsey Hunter, he's got about 3 paces onto the floor there. You work on that one in practice. The guy knows he's supposed to drift down to the corner to shoot that corner 3. So why his teammate was looking for him up on the wing was beyond me. Obviously, Coach Hunter wasn't sure either.
Frayer feeding Laver, kick back out, wide open look, Jaden Stone, heavy rebound, Blackshirt.
How good is Blackshirt getting in there and getting that 16-foot rebound? He did it all last year as well.
Later with a little floater from the top of the
That
key.
was cute having the 7-footer.
That was
That's
cute,
something you
wasn't
see
it?
like the little 6'2" and under guys do with that little floater. Now 6 points off of turnovers. We said we're going to watch that one. Our statistician Jared is all on top of that one tonight.
8.5 to go, opening half. With the 3 ball off the mark, all white underneath. Stone picks it up, leads for Blackshirt.
This Stone
Frayer.
kid's making the most of his minutes tonight.
Laver. Lost it a bit. Travel.
Oh, it can't be a travel if the ball got poked away. I think the baseline official was shielded, didn't know that ball got poked out of there. But look at that one by Laver. Just 2 quick little dribbles, gets inside the free throw line and floats it up real cute. I think his teammates will have some fun with him tomorrow in practice when they watch that one in film session.
Timeout. Laver's going to come out, and Zador will make his way over. So timeout on the floor with the Lopes trying to distance themselves here early on a 7-0 run here for GCU. As they've tried to open it up, trying to get some distance going on here against Mississippi Valley State. So glad you could join us. Barry Vitale alongside Scott Williams, Kate Longworth downstairs. And this is a team that they piled up a lot of points, but they're coming in, and Lindsey Hunter back in Phoenix looks like trying to energize the squad.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with a lot more energy, and they're giving up some points, but they're also making some points, too. They're knocking down the 3 ball tonight.
Yeah, the big men are being heard from again here tonight. Laver and Midgard doing damage.
Yeah, I like the way these guys go. 20 points between the 2 of them. They really do a nice job sharing down the low post down low, and that was a nice one there to really set the tone. The outside game of Lavers, then he can go inside, uses that big wide frame, the mid-game jump shot. We saw the floater at one point as well. When he's not when we're operating the big Ashty, he's getting down on that right block. And really just doing some damage. Well, that's the one that shows on the left block. It slammed it right over the small defender and then seals nicely. 2-hand finish, couple dunks already in this basketball game. And I like that one right there because you're stepping across the defender. You're sealing him quickly. You're just using your experience and your size. He's got really good hands around the basket.
For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will make a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Mississippi Valley State started hot from the arc, 3 of 4 since that point. They are 1 of 5. Lopes dominating in the paint, Scott, 16-0.
Yeah, that's going to be a big stat tonight. Mississippi Valley State giving up 56 points in the paint on an average night.
Zador eyeing Perry. Hunter comes out. Blackshirt's on him. Perry tried to free him up, and not before the 3-pointer. Foul.
Yeah, now they're not getting their feet set on those screens, and they're racking up these fouls. What is that now? 8 personal fouls, 9 team fouls, and that's the 6th already turnover in this game. So we got 8 minutes to go. They're on pace to crack that 20-point turnover plateau that they have established on the season. They got to do a better job of valuing the basketball. Look at this one here.
Midguard push off.
Tell you what, it's a little bit of a misdirection. I thought that ball was going to be swung around the top, and they threw it right back down into midguard. He had someone in front of him, someone behind him. I think let's see if that left arm gets extended. Yeah, see that where that left arm was bent, he's fine. As soon as he extends that arm, that's a telltale sign for the officials to blow the whistle.
Perry, eyed by Dima Zador. Steps back, wants some help. Looking for Queren Walden to do that. High off the glass, not there. Midguard gathers in that.
Dor does a nice job coming over to have a little weak side help defense and really caused that ball to be shot far up over the backboard.
Oh, Frere with a sweet move to the left, doesn't go.
You know, that's a little rust on Frere's game, and that's one he'll take. On mid-season, he'll be dunking that ball.
Hunter connects.
Well, Hunter's got himself a couple long-distance shots. He's got 5 points now to go along with his 3 assists.
Dixon stepping back. Blackshear down for Midguard, but he's guarded heavily. Dixon puts up 3. That's going to be short. Midguard with the rebound underneath, and oh boy, no doubt about it.
I mean, he's just like a Mack truck down there amongst a bunch of Volvos. He's just having his way on both sides of the basket, on the offensive end and the defensive end. Give the kid 11 points. He's already in double figures in scoring again, and 5 rebounds.
Negated the...
Hunter can't believe it. I thought that was a pretty good move.
Oh, look at Lindsay over there.
Lindsay can't believe it either. Look at this one more time by Midguard. Just goes, give me that ball. Let me keep it high. Keeps it right up on his forehead. It still has the strength and power to get back over the rim and dunk that. Now, I get it. He's 7 feet. He ain't got to jump that high. But the tendency is to bring that ball down and try to collect yourself to really get up over the rim. But he does a nice job. I guess that's that senior experience. And they're going low again.
Feasting on that. Feed down low for Labor.
Yeah, that's 14. Excuse me. That's now 12 assists in this basketball game for GCU. And they're just, if you're Blackshear, Dixon, and Stone, it's just like, just keep giving the ball to the big guys underneath.
Loose ball picked up by Traylon Smith. Kick back out. Perry off the mark. Loose ball. Ooh,
he stepped out. Yeah, it was nice job that time by Perry going down there to try to get that basketball. But as he was trying to power himself back up to the basket with strength, he went for a little kickstand start and stepped on that purple baseline. That one don't make no sense to me. I know Labor can make that shot. He's already made one tonight, but you're just killing him inside. Just continue pounding it down low. Then you give up the 3 the other end.
Terry Collins again.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the Mississippi Valley State, you want to see Labor shoot that 3-point shot. I mean, you just went inside so often that they were so almost like afraid of success, continuing success.
All right, 3 by Labor. Under 5.5 to go. Hunter puts up another 3 off the front of the rim, pulled down by Labor. Labor, wide open look. Blackshear says, I'll take it. Kiss.
I tell you what, Blackshear's so good getting that basketball and then spinning amongst the trees and getting inside, put it in. I mean, and that goes back to just that visualization of going down the free throw line when you got that second free throw to go. Something about seeing that ball go through the basket makes the next shot a little easier.
Blackshear quickly up for Dixon. Dixon. Hoop and a harm.
He came down hard on his forearm, but he's tough. He's up. Maybe got the elbow, the funny bone. But nice job by Tom getting that rebound. And then, I don't even know if, let's see how many seconds come off the shot clock before Dixon puts this ball in the basket. What is that, maybe 3.5 seconds, and they're already laying the ball at the other end. Bench loves it.
3 players coming off of the GCU bench. Give Mikey a little bit of time here. Mikey now starting the season 0 for 3 from the line.
think they're going to call a jump ball on that one. I think a couple players were tied up with that basketball, and an arrow possession is going to go over to Mississippi Valley State.
On the alternating possession.
Another job, though. They're not rebounding real well off of their free throw line. And the Lopes know, hey, we can't make free throws. We're going every time to that glass and trying to get that extra possession.
Dixon will check out. Stone back in. Blackshirt, Sean Miller-Moore, Labor, and Gabe McLaughlin. Smith. Oh, nobody likes passes on the shoelaces, right, Scott?
You know that was a pet peeve of mine. Old Allen Iverson, about the only time he ever threw me a ball.
buddy.
Where you throw it right on top of my socks or my shoes. Gonna try to go down and get it. Only thing, if you can catch it, the only thing you can do is give it back to this little guy.
Sean Miller-Moore.
Oh, I missed Gabe on the roll. Gabe had a guy on his back.
Shut down. Blackshirt wide open. Look for Labor. Bam!
The third time's the charm, I guess.
He kind of shrugged his shoulders about time, right?
Now he's 2 for 5 from about that. I want to make him feel a little bit better.
16? Is that 16 for Labor here with just under 4 to go?
Yeah, I mean, he started the game. He had made 6 and 8 shots and then got a couple 3 happy, and now, but he's still 7 of 10 from the field. That's a rare opportunity for the Delta Devils to get second chance points.
McLaughlin couldn't grab that ball. Possession comes over to the Delta Devils. Under 3.5 to go, opening half. Smith. Over McLaughlin.
How about that? I mean, let's give credit where credit is due. Smith with the left hand goes by Labor and then takes it right up over Gabe.
Smith had 19 against North Texas. Back out. Blackshirt wide open. Look for 3. Heavy. Big rebound. Puts back. Gabe McLaughlin.
He's got those live legs. They're doing a good job crashing to the glass. I think he gets about at least one.
Oh, pick it off. Off the glass. Blackshirt.
Now more points off of turnovers, and Lindsey Hunter had his team right there with about 4 minutes to go, and now all of a sudden the Lopes were dialing up the pressure here and getting some easy scores. Offensive rebounds, steals in transition, fast break points.
Step back, Smith. Off balance. Hits the front of the rim. Here we go. Blackshirt. Stone. Down to Labor. Muscling his way. Big right-handed in the hoop.
I like that. One dribble, middle, come back, left shoulder turn to your right-hand hook.
Lopes opening it up. 6-0 run over the last 35 seconds. A 13-2 run over the last 2:35. Hunter, right. Sean Miller-Moore trying to get a hand in. A little step back. Not there. All white underneath the hoop. Blackshirt brings it up. 2 minutes to go, opening half. Up high. Oh!
Sorry, Miller-Moore wanted to bring the house down with that one.
He did. I was ready for it, too. 1:56 to go, opening half. Lopes in control.
This is Apple Card. It helps you understand your interest, so you pay less of it. Not Apple Card is confusing, which can make you pay more interest. Interesting. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
The first half at GCU Arena right now, the score 43-26 and just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Let's take a look at the USAA athletic calendar. Tomorrow, women's basketball back in action, coming off their big win in Miller's debut on Friday. They'll go up against Benedictine. Meanwhile, on Saturday, women's basketball also in action at Loyola Marymount versus Loyola Marymount. Meanwhile, you see that question mark? We'll get used to it. It's not a Chiron issue. It's the fact that during COVID era, opponents may change. It's always about safety first. So right now, men's basketball slated to go on Saturday. We will see who their opponent will be. No matter what, whenever it's a GCU home game, you can find all the action right here on Fox 10 Extra. And coming up at halftime, I'll tuck in with head coach Bryce Drew. Get his thoughts. So far, guys, it's looking good.
It sure is, Kate.
Yeah,
9 seconds chance points, a 30-2 advantage points in the paint.
chatting with the head coach. Coming up in under 2 minutes to go. Labor puts it on the floor. Stone to Blackshear. 3, 2, 1. He's got to put it up. He does. And it's good.
That two-pointer had a foot on the line, but he does a really nice job selling a pump fake. Got the defender to bite. Created enough space to get a look at the basket before the shot clock expired.
Hunter to Collins. Collins near side. Moves back. Labor on him. Looks for a long three. Front of the rim. Rebound picked up. Jaden Stone.
Jaden Stone didn't see Labor. He kind of challenged that shot and released down the down the floor.
Gabe near side. Sean Miller-Moore. Blackshear. Back to Stone. Inside to Labor. Good ball movement. Labor trying to find some room. Kick back out. Blackshear wide open. Sean Moore puts it on the floor. Drives in. Sean Miller-Moore called for the charge.
Go back to Blackshear that last time down. He gets the ball with 4 seconds. He knows he's got to do something with quick, and then just that little ball fake got the defender to bite. Hits it with zeros on the clock.
Blackshear with 7 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists here in the opening half. Hunter. On by Blackshear. Right hand high off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Gabe McLaughlin.
Yeah, chance for the Lopes to play for the last shot of the half if they want it.
Stone wants it. Give it to him!
Well, I guess if you can make a three, you go ahead and take it. Lopes with their largest lead of the game, up 22 points, and really finished this half off nicely at both sides of the floor.
6 points for Stone, 2 of 3 from the arc. Last shot coming up. Oh my. That'll do it. 48-26, the halftime score with the Lopes on top. Jaden Stone from the corner.
I thought they might play for the last shot of the half, but Stone got himself in good position, got on balance, and at that point, it's just a long three-point shot and knocked it down. That kid had a really heck of a first half.
48-26 the score. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth with the head coach, Bryce Drew.
Thank you, guys. COVID era, we're just getting situated here, but luckily, Coach, your team has not missed a beat. Dominating first half. What do you like that you've seen so far from this Lopes basketball?
Well, credit Mississippi Valley State coming out and making shots early. They did a really nice job moving the ball, spreading us out. We were able to go inside, take advantage of our height, got some easy baskets, and then our defense the last 7 minutes allowed us to extend this lead.
Yeah, just Taylor now taking advantage of that height situation. Labor and Nick are combining for 29 of the 45 points, or 48 points now so far in the game. How can these two just go out there and so early in the game, so early in the season rather, they seem to be gelling? What do you hope for them to continue doing?
You know, they're both very skilled, coming from Europe. They pass the ball really well, and they feed off of each other. So it's going to be important for us in the second half, and all year those two are going to have to feed and help each other.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. As you see right now, GCU with the 48-26 lead at the break. Coming up, we'll talk about more about what's been happening here at GCU Arena as the Lopes look for their third straight win of the season, but there's still a lot of time to play here at GCU Arena. We'll keep you entertained during this halftime show. We'll be back with more here on Fox 10 Extra.
This is Apple Card. It helps you understand your interest, so you pay less of it. Not Apple Card is confusing, which can make you pay more interest. Interesting. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
Did you wake up craving a made-from-scratch biscuit topped with tender prime rib and a fried egg? How about now? The new prime rib and fried egg biscuit at Hardee's. Feed your happiness.
See you doing the job well, dominating here in the first half. 48-26 right now the score over Mississippi Valley State. And the Devils came out scoring big in the beginning of the first half, but after that, it's been all about Lopes basketball. Well, they're getting it done on the court. But here at GCU, there's lots being said about giving back to the community and to the youth. And that's exactly what the program Students Inspiring Students does here for campus and around the community. It's GCU students that go out into the Valley High Schools and mentor the young kids. We had a chance pre-pandemic to catch up with them to see what they are doing, not only to help the youth, but also provide funding so they too can have a great time attending GCU.
The Students Inspiring Students Scholarship really opened a whole bunch of doors for me. In high school, I worked my butt off trying to be like the best applicant for scholarships and everything. But everywhere else, as a DACA, the doors were closed by like public institutions that don't offer like scholarships to non-US citizens. And GCU was the only place that opened those doors up. Without this scholarship, I wouldn't have been going to university.
The SIS scholarship has made a great impact on my life. The sense of community that it has with its own SIS students and people outside of the scholarship, it's involved a lot of people. And by having the English classes, it has also involved our parents and the people in the community as well.
When I was in high school, I really liked being involved. I liked being in clubs that involved helping the community. But I think when I got to GCU, that's when I was able to do it on such a large scale. I was able to start working in the Learning Lounge, helping students. So then when the opportunity came to work with adults and teach them English, that's another opportunity that I was super excited to take because it meant that I could help even more. And it's just made me gain a different perspective on the community because now it's all I want to do. Like after I graduate, I want to continue helping the community. I want to continue making an impact and continue working with GCU.
I love the satisfaction of being able to help the adults and the parents that are there for the English classes. Like my mother actually was one of the students. So seeing her progress in her English, like that has really made me happy, and it has helped me see that like the impact that the scholarship has done for me and other people, it has really been appreciated by everyone.
Ellas son increíbles porque nos tienen mucha paciencia, son muy trabajadoras, han sido muy amables y sobre todo pues para ser la primera vez que ellas lo hacen, lo han hecho muy bien. Yo mis respetos para ellas y estoy muy agradecida.
I see the happiness in parents when they're like so happy because they know they can help their kids now with their homework. They're getting that confidence and they're learning the language too, so they're like getting more prepared to teach their kids, their own kids, how to do their homework. I think the parents feel like very proud, and so do we as the teachers. They're learning a whole new language and be able to relate to their students with school and everything like that.
Yo sí desmayo, así me siento. O sea, para mí ha sido una bendición. Es una alegría completa, es una bendición tan grande. O sea, el hecho de que mi hijo tenga una beca y que nosotros podamos dormir tranquilos de que él tiene su universidad pagada, que él tiene un futuro tan grandioso por delante, para mí eso es todo. O sea, desde las clases aprovechar, te digo, todos los recursos que me ofrezcan y que eso cambie, aunque sea un poquito para nosotros o para mí en mi vida, eso es algo tremendo. O sea, es una felicidad grande. El hecho de que mi hijo tenga su universidad, eso me da a mí una tranquilidad pues enorme. Para mí, GCU no nada más le cambió la vida a él, sino nos las cambió a todos nosotros. O sea, es una sonrisa constante, la felicidad completa, de verdad.
Changing lives in a powerful way. You can see the positive impact this has on the West Valley, the scholarship program, and you too can help support the next generation of leaders by learning more at giving.gcu.edu. All right, we have more basketball coming your way when we return. Barry and Scott break down the highlights. We're going to need a lot of time because there's lots of great stuff coming from GCU right after this.
This is Apple Card. Apple Card has no fees, not even hidden ones. Not Apple Card has every possible fee. Not cool, not Apple Card. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
Outer Banks, the way outer.
It's February 16th of 2019 at Chicago State as they lead the Delta Devils 48-26. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams. So glad you could join us for Game 3 of the 2020-21 season. And the Lopes, well, the story continues, and it'll continue until, well, we see some other guys stepping up, and Blackshear's one of them. But Midgard and Laver, definitely the highlight show here in the opening half.
Bigs are just having their way out there. I mean, they're flexing their muscles. 30 points in the paint to just 2 for Mississippi Valley State.
Let's take a look at our first half highlights brought to you by the Arizona Leadership Foundation.
Well, I love this one early on there. Just kind of that swing, play a little inside out. This is the one where Laver just backs him in, left shoulder turn, that right hand hook. He's got 18 points in this one, and knocked down the 3 ball early in the game, and then after a couple misses, he's like, thank you, I finally got one to go on the left side of the floor after missing a 2 from straight on. And then the big fella, Midgard, just a big, wide body down there, 5 of 5 from the field, and making his presence felt. I like the way they're getting on the offensive glass. 7 offensive rebounds for the bigs, really. I mean, 29.7 rebounds just for the bigs alone, doing a great job. The only thing they didn't do well was shoot free throws, just 2 of 11 from the line.
First half stats brought to you by Commonwealth Insurance, the way insurance should be. You've touched on the points in the paint, though, and the second chance points in favor of the Lopes as well. And the turnovers, just 4 in that opening half.
Yeah, doing a better job of taking care of the basketball the last two halves of basketball for sure. I just like the fact that they're pounding them down low. 64% shooting, just 35% for Mississippi Valley State.
Blackshear also looking sharp early on as well, as he's at 7 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. But it's the big man, Ashbourne Midgard, doing the show alongside Ali Laver. We'll be right back.
This is Apple Card. You can start using it in minutes with Apple Pay. Not Apple Card makes you wait. And when it finally arrives, it's probably not titanium. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
Turn on tip-off mode to get game ready with uninterrupted radio on Pandora.
20-point lead on the Delta Devils. We'll see what the second half entails. Meanwhile, we take a quick trip around the WAC. Fast start for Riley Grisby out of Seattle University. He was named Player of the Week after 18 points to lead the Redhawks to a 3-0 start. New Mexico State got their season underway, taking care of NAIA powerhouse Arizona Christian. All right, we'll be back with more action coming up right after this.
This is Apple Card. You can start using it in minutes with Apple Pay. Not Apple Card makes you wait. And when it finally arrives, it's probably not titanium. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
Turn on tip-off mode to get game ready with uninterrupted radio on Pandora.
It's that chick from Frozen.
Elsa, okay. I apologize. Elsa, I know her name now.
The Grinch, Ron Burgundy.
What do we got?
Back to the action, folks.
I want to cut out when I was like 240, playing for the Bulls my rookie year, flexing my biceps or something like that.
Back when you were playing with Lindsey Hunter on Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's 20 years ago as well.
Blackshear to Dixon. Frayer. Puts up the 3 ball. Oh, money!
I was just looking at the stat sheet at halftime and saying, this guy hasn't scored all night. He's been dishing the ball out. He's got 4 assists. Led the team at half, but he called his own number that time and says, I got to get one to go.
Good to see Oscar in the scoring column, driving off the side of the bucket. Good defense.
Excellent defense. Really slid those biscuits, forced them into a real tough shot. Going inside again.
Kicks back out, Labor.
Extra pass.
Yeah. Dixon drives underneath. Loose ball picked up by the Delta Devils.
I think Dixon was so bent on making sure he got body contact, he didn't finish the shot.
Stepped out, did Hunter. Oh.
Yeah, Hunter a couple times tonight has penetrated a little too deep amongst these trees and got himself into some trouble. His daddy's telling him, get back on defense.
Lindsey's sporting the double swoosh red sweatpants. That's strong. You don't really see a lot of the double swoosh.
I don't think I've ever seen the double swoosh. That's a very perceptive of you to pick up on that. You sure you didn't just spill something on his pants?
Oh, I stole it from Paul Caro. He posted it online, so I just took it from the Lopes Insider. That's the type of little nuggets you get from the Lopes Insider. Delta Devils. Long distance. Off the rim. Pulled down by Perry. Perry, left hand. That doesn't go, and Midgard pulled down the rebound.
Yeah, Midgard crashing that glass, coming in out of position. He got 6 boards tonight. I think he's trying to get himself another double-double.
Did you see that? Blackshear with some afterburner.
Yeah, I think Blackshear and Frere are like, okay, big fellas, you guys had your half. It's time for us to get in the scoring column now. It's got 9 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists. I should have mentioned he led everybody in rebounds in that first half. Just going back and getting those little 16-foot rebounds.
Barry shot off the mark. Frere to Blackshear.
Frere, nice job. Climbing up that rebounding lead, closing that gap on the first place.
Dixon's errant 3 up over the top. To Charway. Talking to athletic director Jamie Barnes. Saw him on the pregame show. Scanning everybody's temperature. You see that? He had the temperature.
Did he really? Had the gun out on him?
Yeah, he had the gun out.
we get our temperatures checked every time we come in the building.
Yeah. Lopes on a 23-2 run dating back to the first half.
Mississippi Valley State. Now, they didn't get much in the first half inside, but now it just seems like here in the second half, they're getting a little tight. They're just bombing away from the outside.
Wow, Midgard.
I mean, he's just like a Mack, like I say, a Mack truck down there, against a bunch of Volvos, and Lindsey Hunter, seeing what I'm seeing, unhappy, slamming this clipboard on the ground. Just do too much Midgard down low. That's just too easy. Open up to near a 30-point advantage here.
Speaking of maybe the photo you take for the cutout, the Bucks with Lindsey Hunter on the team. Is George Carl your coach?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had a good staff. George Carl's coaching.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, look at Williams
42.
down there. Yeah,
great number. My
front row
daughter's soccer
sitting down.
number.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yep, number 42. I don't know why I'm sitting so low. It's almost like I need a booster seat to get up higher. That's Joel Prisbilla on my left. On my right, and then Mark Pope was on my left there, who was coaching Utah Valley for a number of years. So, a couple guys BYU. Off of that squad. Now he's at BYU, and then Lindsey Hunter, of course, coached the Suns, and now he's coaching Mississippi Valley State. So, I coached as assistant from Milwaukee. So, with George, Terry Stotts, who's gone on to be the coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. Mike Tebow, who was won a WNBA championship, was on the coach on that squad as well. So a lot of coaches come out of that team there.
Yeah, Prisbilla, he looked a little meaty on that shot. He looked a little dwarfed. How about Kate? You got anything on this, Kate?
Well, yeah, because our astute producer Gregson, he sent out to the Bucks to try and get that picture, and the PR department got back to us right away. And one thing that stood out to me on that email is it complimented how great you both were with the media, and that stands out to me, Scott Williams. I know you're great to me now because we're on the same team, quote unquote, but I'm glad to hear that as a player, both you and Hunter were really gracious with the media, gave your time. I heard you even had a desk in the PR department.
That's true story. Yeah.
You had a desk?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Dan Smichek. Thank you for sending that picture. And Sherry Hansen was the director of the public relations, and I used to like to go in there and mess with her and listen to Sherry. She had this really high voice with this great laugh, and she was just infectious to be around. So I would hang out with them sometimes before practice or after practice, and they were like, "You're in here so much, we got to get you a desk." So they set me up, got me a desk.
Put you to work.
Yeah, got me. I used to have to staple, and they had my own little name tag and everything. They put it on, masking tape, but that's all right. Still counted.
Bucket from the Delta Devils.
Yeah, Mission. Message received that time by the Devils. Coach Lindsey Hunter telling those guys, enough of this bombing out from the outside. Drive the ball to the basket.
In and out they go. Labor all the way over to Dixon, down in the corner.
3 seconds in the paint there. Yeah, they got
mid guards camping out.
Yeah, those big 16s or 17 size shoes are hard to miss when you're staying in there for 4 or 5 seconds at a time.
What's the distance of your shoe?
I'm a 16. Okay. Yep. Midgard might actually be a little bit bigger than that. He looked like he could be closer to 18 or 19. He's got a nice, firm foundation.
Loose ball, Devils out to Hunter. Back into the corner, Gordon. Nothing but net. Hits the 3 ball.
Yeah, I mean, they started out on fire, and then I think the Lopes start closing out on those shooters that they fell off for a little while there, and now they're 7-19 from behind the arc.
Blacksher plays catch with Dixon. Back to Mikey, quickly to Frayer. 10 on the shot clock. Laver turns to the bucket. Kick back out. Dixon in the corner. Blacksher. Oh, got a hand on it. Did Cameron
Cunningham really closed that distance down quickly and got his big mid on that ball and sent it onto the baseline.
We'll take a timeout with the Lopes on top, 55-31. We'll be back at GC Arena right after this.
This is Apple Card. It doesn't sell your information. Every credit card should be this private. Not Apple Card can sell your info to the highest bidder.
Congratulations,
So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
On Pandora.
Sanderson Ford. The best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones. By your side. By Community Tire Pros, serving Arizona since 1945. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Fans, for every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Legendary Hall of Famer, Homer Drew.
It's got to be a big thrill for him to come here to the Valley, move the Valley, and his son gets the head coaching job at Grand Canyon University, best venue in college basketball once we get back to normalcy.
Oh, cannot wait.
Good execution on a short shot clock. They got a good look right down there in that corner pocket 3-ball.
Ooh, Cunningham. Picked off by Frayer. Blacksher. Kicks back out. Midgard quickly to Frayer.
I know this Mississippi Valley State team is not have a big threat inside to score points in the paint, but you got to give the Lopes a lot of credit because they got really quick guards that are trying to get to the hole with dribble drive penetration, and they're sliding their feet real well and cutting all that down.
Blacksher to Dixon. Up top, Frayer! Oh, come on!
Oh, he tried to put too much hot sauce on it. He tried to put a little bit of a reverse jam on it rather than just sitting at home with the 2 hands.
Good googly moogly. The Devils come down and drain it 3.
It's funny how that happens.
Yep.
You had the sure 2. It's almost like a 5-point swing. I mean, that 3 feels like 5 points. The 2 you should have had versus the 3 you give up.
Lopes trying to put an end to a over 2-minute drought here. Laver left hand. That doesn't go. Midgard. There you go.
The big Ashley down there working the glass. He tried to give it over to his buddy and said, hey, you go ahead and get you one. And Laver couldn't get it down there. Now,
hey, here we go. Wheels up. Bam, baby. Welcome back.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Got that one to go.
Comes all the way down and grabs the rebound.
I'll tell you what, he's having himself a full ball game. He's really stuffing his stat sheet. Got a 3.5 and a dunk.
Freyer again.
Not able to get that one to go, but how about it? I mean, look at Freyer's work, Midgard's work, and Labor's work here. Front court guys are really getting the job done. 1 7 for 7, another 8 for 13, and Freyer doing a good job on both rebounds and assists.
Oh, Midgard trying to feed Labor down low. Blackshirt.
Yeah, the miss was spectacular on the dunk. He was up so high, I don't know if the rim kind of got in the way of his head and he almost dunked his own head. And then this one here, I love when those guys, that's one thing I could never do, is really put that ball way out away from my body before I slammed it home. I had bad shoulders. I was always trying to protect my shoulders out there on the floor, but I love that one there. Just bring it back behind your ear hole and then send it home.
Sweet play of the half brought to you by Sweet James. Freyer, 5 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. Hunter. Mark. Dave McLaughlin. Up for Blackshirt. 13.5 to go, second half. Sean Miller Moore. Jaden Stone in the corner for 3. Foul committed.
Yeah, that was on Gordon over there. He's like, wait a minute, I'm giving up 120 pounds on this side over here. What do you want me to do? Of course I'm going to hold him. You going to blow the whistle on me for that?
When you would be under the hoop, would there be like, did you feel like there was some gnats or something? Some guys that were trying to knock you off and you just kind of laugh at them a little bit?
Yeah, some of the smaller schools, you know, definitely. I mean, in the ACC, I had some big guys, some 7-footers I had to battle. But, you know, sometimes we played a Pepperdines and the high points. You're like, okay, wait a minute. You got to make sure you come down, you don't land on somebody and squash them.
Sean Miller Moore off the mark. Pulled down by the Delta Devils. Terry Collins, near side. Down in the corner for Hunter. Hunter for 3. Nothing but net.
It takes him a little while to get that ball up, but he's fairly accurate with when he shoots it now. What is he? Well, 3 for 9 tonight. But two 3-point shots.
Blackshirt for Moore to come out. Takes it back. Pulled down the 3. Little floater. Doesn't go. Gabe McLaughlin, time to jump a little wrong. Sean Miller Moore with the stop off the glass.
Poor Gordon. He's like, I got to battle the guy 270 at one end, and then it comes down the other end. He thinks he's got an easy layup, and he gets a shot block. And Miller Moore one more time says, okay, you got one of my teammates, but I'm my brother's keeper. You shall not pass. Oh, my goodness. He gets up just about as high as Freyer, doesn't he? Look at his head, all up in the netted area.
Flips up by 22. Smith. Hunter. Going to move on Chance McMillan. Stops. The door over there for support defensively. 10 on the shot clock. Kicks back out. Perry, short.
Good closeout, good defense, real nice defensive possession that time, and they finished it off with the rebound.
Sean Miller Moore. Oh, put that home, Sean. Zador puts it home.
I was just saying how high this guy jumps, and then he goes in there, tries to finesse a layup. He should have just went in there and flushed that thing. 13 second chance points now.
Foul on the Lopes. Timeout on the floor. 61-37. How about Oscar? Damn.
This is Apple Card. Apple Card has no fees, not even hidden ones. Not Apple Card has every possible fee. Not cool, not Apple Card. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
Did you wake up craving a made-from-scratch biscuit topped with tender prime rib and a fried egg? How about now? The new prime rib and fried egg biscuit at Hardee's. Feed your happiness.
Yeah, we want to get a lot of possessions within the ball game. We forced 27 turnovers, so I thought that was huge. The more we can get the ball, the better, and the more we can score.
Walking the talk, 35-year-old head coach Molly Miller helped tip off the women's basketball season last Friday, making quite the statement in her GCU coaching debut, setting a Division I scoring record with a 93-72 finish over Weber State. Miller comes to the Lopes from Drury. The past 2 years, she claimed a 67-1 record for back-to-back honors as the NCAA Division II Coach of the Year. It was 29-10 in the first quarter, and they just kept it going. Here's a look at the women's upcoming schedule. Loyola Marymount in the house on the 5th. Northern Arizona, the Lumberjacks coming on the 9th. And then the team will head to Southern Utah on the 12th. And I'm looking forward to, in the new year, guys, that we will also be covering some women's basketball games right here on Fox 10 Extra. But I don't know, that's an impressive starting. But if you do that in your first game, Coach, we're going to expect a lot more of that, right?
That's right.
Yep. Laura Piera and some of her teammates at the game tonight. You can hear more from Coach Miller tomorrow on center court with the Lopes. Fox Sports Arizona, 4 p.m. Along with Coach Drew.
That was really nice the way they set up that triangle down on that left side. Good job by Gabe grabbing that ball and just powering it to the bucket for an easy layup. That's one of the rare fouls the Lopes have committed on the drive that time. And just because there was a little bit of a size advantage, Glothen out there trying to slide his feet with a smaller offensive player.
Inbound by the Delta Devils. Lopes 16 assists in the game, 42 points in the paint. Perry. Gordon, 10 on the shot clock. Gordon takes it back. Going to drive. Stone called.
Foul called on the Lopes number 22, Jaden Stone. First personal, 14 foul.
Inbound quickly. Cunningham puts it up off the mark. Zador leaves for Chance McMillan. He looks right. Stone takes it back. McMillan to his left. Sean Miller-Moore comes back out. Far side. McMillan back to Sean Miller-Moore. They play catch.
Yeah, I've been going against the zone defense. It's got them a little discombobulated here offensively as to where they're supposed to be. Now they finally get a full punch into the interior.
Zador almost lost it. Gordon active there. Miller-Moore in a lot of traffic. Travel.
No basket.
Yeah, a little bunny hop, and then he slid. You know, the hop was fine, but then he kind of slid his feet after he landed, and officials right on top of that one. That zone defense definitely threw the Lopes off on that possession. They haven't faced much zone so far early in this season.
12 turnovers by the Delta Devils. Way off the mark there. 8 for the Lopes turnovers. Under 10 to go. Zador down low. Oh, and coming up is Traylon Smith.
In the ball game for the Lopes, number 4, Oscar Frayer, 25. Alessandro Weber, 10.
Weber, Midgard, and Frayer. Liam Lloyd's going to check in for the first time.
For the Devils, number 3, Caleb.
They're just rolling out in waves. Blackshirt inbound. Midgard to Frayer. Blackshear in control. Waves Lloyd down. Across the baseline. Laver, top of the key. Turning left-handed in.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but they got the ball where it needed to be. You got to attack the inside of a zone defense. If you just move the ball around the perimeter and don't get any punch, it's easy for the defenders to recover. But you punch it inside like that, and good things will happen. 9 or 14 from the field for Alessandro Laver.
Trouble on Midgard. A couple of turnovers here by the Lopes.
Only time Midgard's got himself in trouble where he looks like a fish out of water offensively is when he's shooting the three from out there 24 feet from the basket, or when he's trying to put the ball on the floor. When he catches it and swings it and goes sets of picks, or he looks high-low, he looks like, you know, an all-world player out there. There's certainly a whack first-teamer.
Little kiss off the glass.
Did he call bank on that one? Because I don't think you only give him 2.5 if he didn't call for the bank.
I don't know how they put the half up there.
They keep a mental note.
See if we need it at the end of the game. Blackshear. Lloyd, bounce pass. Laver up to Midgard. Gather it in. Freyer quickly. Blackshear puts it on the floor. Drives right hand off the glass.
Yeah, and Alessandro Laver was almost holding his guy off like a roadblock. Opened up a lane for his little buddy to come right down that right side.
Hunter. In and out.
I notice Hunter's got a little funky rotation on his ball when he shoots it from behind the arc there. It's almost not quite a side spin, but doesn't spin end over end like a normal shot you would like that one.
Blackshear stops, pops.
Wow, 29-point advantage now for the Lopes. So this is one of those ones where pretty much I think at some point in time here in the next minute or two, Coach Drew's going to empty his bench.
13 from Blackshear. Blackshear knocks it out. Timeout on the floor. 69-40. Javon Blackshear has been active, as have quite a few Lopes. 13 points here tonight for the sophomore. And he is, as we've touched on it, he has looked poised from the get-go from his first moment on the court a season ago. And now he's got a lot more to deal with, especially those bigs down low.
I think he's loving having both those bigs to be able to throw the ball to. He only averaged about 3.5 assists last year. Still won Rookie of the Year awards in the WAC. Now he's got a couple bigs down there to find when he's out there on that perimeter. And he's averaged, already 6 assists tonight. He's rebounded the ball in space because there's a couple guys are having to go to put bodies on his two big guys down there. He's able to get that little 15 to 16-foot rebound and gobble those up as well. He's just constantly active motion. It's a good thing for Coach Drew to be able to have a player like that can run the show and knows how to get the ball to his bigs. And even when he's not getting an assist, he's making the smart pass that leads to an assist. They call that the hockey assist, Barry. I don't know if you know that term.
I do know that.
But he's got great court vision, and he's really got the Lopes playing well in these first 3 basketball games. I'm impressed.
Gordie Howe hat trick, you know about that too, huh? Goal and assist in a fight.
I had not heard that.
How about that? Question mark, question mark, question mark on Saturday. Yeah, COVID issues with the opponent that was originally scheduled, being Prairie View A&M. So as was with Benedictine and what we are currently experiencing, like no other time period in our entire life. They're scrambling right now to find that opponent, and please keep your eyes on GCULopes.com for all the updated information, as well as Twitter and all the social media feeds as well. So
yeah, I just do the app. I just go on the app
Nation
every day.
Yeah, that's where you watch the games too. Just hit the Lope Nation app. Lots of great stuff on there too. Trivia questions, all the GCU athletic information. Just download that GCU Lope Nation app. Long 3 attempt off the mark. Green have backed away from the board. In the corner, Lloyd. How about 3 for Liam? Nope. Cunningham trying to exchange threes. Who's going to hit the first one? Lopes are 1 of 9 from 3-point land in the second half. Something they've about shot selection. Lloyd puts it down, bounce pass. Little floater, not there. Midgard, he'll put it home.
That was a real nice dribble drive and a dish by Lloyd. He probably wanted his big fella to finish that off, so he could get credit for that assist. But look at Midgard. Once again, right around that basket. Lays that in. He's 8 for 8 tonight. He got 17 points.
Look at that. Points in the paint. 48 to 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem with this Mississippi Valley State team. They give up 56 points in the paint on a nightly basis. Of course, when you're giving up 118 points a game, you're going to give up a lot of points in the paint as well.
Blackshear. Lloyd up over the top. Ooh, foul committed by Devin Gordon. Powder Springs, Georgia.
We're talking about what would be good numbers for those two bigs. And you think sometime if they get some between 25 and 30 points and somewhere between 18 and 20 rebounds between the two of them, that would be a good night. Well, I mean, let's look at this tonight. They got 37 points and they're sitting on 19 rebounds. So obviously Mississippi Valley State is not going to be what they'll see in the Western Athletic Conference, but their minutes have been shorter tonight because they've been playing so many people.
Yep.
But that's where you want them to see them do. Very effective.
Oakbo in the game. His shot top of the key off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Dixon.
Yeah, Zador kept that aligned with his length. He doesn't want to pop that ball up in the air. Such a good pick. You got to roll hard to the basket. He would have had you one.
Liam Lloyd takes it to the hole.
Look at this kid. He's got some moxie. I like the way he plays. Nixon's one over here from the left wing and then just splits between a couple green jerseys and takes the hoop and the harm. Like that right there. Somebody tried to reach in. It didn't bother him one bit.
Liam. Zador came up with it on the floor. Jump ball, possession there on Delta Devils.
On the alternating possession, Devils basketball.
Delta plus 23 rebounds. Even those errant shots down low, to have Midgard there or Labor, just another big down there to pick up those second opportunities.
Yeah, but even when they go to the bench, I mean, Zador's got a couple of O boards and some got his hand in some balls that have kept it away and kept it alive, rather, and other guys have been able to grab it. You've seen McLaughlin. I really struggled with his last name. McLaughlin. Gabe was able to go down there and poke that ball away as well. Of course, Frere and Dixon, and Blackshear. All of those guys are got a nose for the ball on the offensive end.
Offensive foul. Ronald Williams. Williams fifth. Oh. Check that. Smith, Rashad Smith in the game.
Yeah, Bryce Oakpo back out there now. Smith out there. I think this is all the starters are going to be able to take the rest of the evening off, obviously, and let these guys are going to see as many minutes this course of this season, get some action. Well, I bet we'll see Oakpo play some. He had a good freshman year as well. Didn't score a lot of points, but did some of the intangible things to really help the club.
Yeah, looks like he hit the weight room too. Came back. Offensive foul.
Yeah, Miller Moore trying to just kind of lowered that right shoulder. See if he hits him with this right shoulder. Yeah, a little right shoulder, little elbow, forearm. He said, hey, get out of my way.
Hey, if Midgard is done, this would be the second perfect field goal performance of the D1 era with a minimum of 8 attempts. Midgard, 17 points, 13 rebounds.
Smith for 3.
That's solid.
8 of 8 from the field.
Yeah, anytime you get a double-double, I don't care who you're playing against. It could be a high school ball club, and that just shows your activity and your willingness to go out there and compete. I like what I see. I can't believe this guy's got more made field goals this season through 3 games than he had all of his season through 24 games last year.
Got to be loving it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't give me any opportunities. Let's call it what it is. Some guys jacking up the ball, never feeding the big guy, but he's making the most of his opportunities here. There's my guy's door.
Folks who follow Wichita State have been following the likes of Ashmore Midgard, and his performance here up high, a little off the mark. Liam Lloyd trying to get a Oakpo, but
in the ball game for the Devils, number 21.
Midgard's like, what were you doing? Got that strange look on his face, like, hey, let's not get sloppy here. Got 4 minutes left to go. We'll make sure we have a nice, good practice tomorrow. Don't do anything to make Coach Drew mad. That's what a senior's supposed to do, though, right?
Yep.
They say, hey, listen, you're looking good out there, but don't get silly.
Right.
Keep playing hard. Don't do anything too risky.
GCU on top, 75-43. We'll step aside, be right back.
This is Apple Card. It helps you understand your interest, so you pay less of it. Not Apple Card is confusing, which can make you pay more interest. Interesting. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
The radio on Pandora.
Over the Delta Devils. Keep tabs on the most points in GCU history. Alessandro Lever currently just 13 back of Doug Baker. Bayard Forest, the legendary Bayard Forest. 2,195 points. How about Doug Baker, though? Of course, the Baker name is one in which is quite familiar with the history here at Grand Canyon University. Doug Baker, the father of longtime athletic director Keith Baker. That is a vintage photo right there.
That's great. That is awesome.
That is Minneapolis
everything
Lakers.
from the jersey to the ball. I mean, was there a peach basket hanging up there as well?
What's that?
Was it a peach basket?
I think so. Yeah.
Wooden basket for a rim. I mean, that's great. I love the belt on the shorts.
I love the belt. Yeah, it's like George Mikan back in when I was before my time a little bit. But those Minneapolis Lakers that ended up moving to some place out on the West Coast. I don't know if anything happened to them after they left Minneapolis, but
yeah. Oh, Lever 13 away from running down Baker, and just 60 away from the 4th place leader.
A little bit of a
offensive foul called on the left, number 1, Nima Zador.
Zador call.
Yeah, just moving a little bit too quick there. Not getting set with his screen, moving screen. Those are like free throws. Those are little rust type plays that you have to get some reps before you can fine tune it.
Lopes have only allowed 1 2-point field goal here in the second half. Shot Smith got a hand, goes out. Delta Devils will inbound with 11 on the shot clock.
That's a good thing. I mean, that's one of those plays. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but that's a great play of Smith cracking back on that weak side and disrupting that play. That's one the coaching staff will highlight, I'm sure, in the film session.
From the corner, off the mark, Cameron Cunningham.
Yeah, Zador got himself another board. I mean, he's got 6 boards tonight. He quietly does a lot of things that I like. I got myself a man crush on Nima Zador.
Starting to get a little worried about it. Rashad Smith. All underneath. Cameron Cunningham.
That's a good little play there. Back screen by my man Zador again. And then they could have done the high handoff, but I think they were afraid of creating the turnover, so gave it an extra half click and fired a strike underneath where Rashard Smith's the only one that can grab it and go up strong with it to get that contact.
In the ball game for the Devils,
Well,
number
Jared
5.
Martin used to be your guy, so I mean, maybe you need a new guy.
every color guy's got a one favorite player out there. You're not supposed to play favorites, but I think Martin was because I loved his hustle. He's a dirt worker, hard hat, lunch pelt guy. Plus, he had the best number in sports, number 42.
There you
my
go.
old jersey number.
Yep.
So he had two things working for him.
Smith. Crossover on Rashad Smith. Long distance there by Terry Collins.
Yeah, Collins, he's like, I was struggling. He was just 2 for 9, gets his third field goal on that one, but he got himself in double figures now with 10 points.
2.5 to go. What's it like? Because couldn't a game kind of get away, get a little sloppy? It kind of, as a coaching staff, do you?
Oh, they're still coaching them up. They're still coaching out. Coach Drew, Coach Sheeling over there. This guy's got a lot of experience on that bench. They want these guys to play the right way. Wow. Now that was impressive. Was that Smith again? Flying in there. Offensive rebound. And then had the body control to not even come down with it and then put it up off the glass. 21 second chance points for the Lopes tonight. They're just feasting on that Oak glass.
Man, the depth on this bench allows these players to roll out, and they have legs and energy. Zador with the rebound. He'll take it himself. Hoop on a hard for Dima. Dima, your guy.
Yeah, he loves it. I tell you what, he was fighting to keep that ball alive. His teammates love it too. Look, he doesn't get this one here, and then that's the one before by Smith. That was beautiful. And then he got this one and just splits between 2 green jerseys and gets it up off the glass. I love that right there. And got that look like, whoo, I tell you, I worked really hard to get some points down there. With 6 points, 7 boards, and you make that free throw, knock the free throw down. So one thing we haven't seen a lot of free throws going in for this Lopes team tonight. Just 5 for 15 from the line.
Definitely something they need to work on.
Yeah, I was saying Midgard needs to shoot 100 free throws every day. I think the entire team needs to shoot some free throws. That was a long distance
Collins
bomb.
again.
Collins getting hot here at the end of the game.
Leading the Devils in scoring.
A quick timeout to just stay out there and just trying to make a substitution. Rafe wanted to get Rafe Gertis in the basketball game so he can get more than just a few ticks on the clock, give him a full minute plus. I tell you, this Mississippi Valley State, though, I give these kids a lot of credit. Oh, yeah. They don't play their first home game until 2021. That's sometime in January. I think like January 3rd or January 5th. Finally go home and play a home game. They got to be a road warrior to do that.
Miller for 3. Minute to go. Smith, short. 12 Lopes have scored tonight. Again, the storyline continues. It was 12 last game.
Yeah, 12 last game. We got Okpo and Gertis, 2 members out there on the floor that haven't scored just yet.
Isidore lost the handle.
You got that one poked away. You got that one poked away. If I'm Gertis or Okpo right here, Okpo's not out there, but Rafe Gertis has got to figure out a way to get one up.
Is he going to attempt a 3?
Well, you know he loves a 3.
That's the tray. Rashad Smith.
Here he comes. Oh, he went away from him.
In the corner. Oh, Rashad Smith.
Smith, another 3 ball. Yeah, he got 7 points. So, again, another bump off the bench. They had 47 points off of their bench on Saturday night. Now they got 31 points off their bench tonight.
Loose ball, Rashad Smith. They're going to walk this one off. That'll be it. Lopes only allowed 1 2-point field goal in this entire second half.
That's getting after it defensively. Good job by those Lopes. I think they're just too big, too strong, and they eventually wore the Delta Devils down to a nub.
Lopes win. The Lopes are victorious to begin the Bryce Drew era. Perfect 3-0 on the season. 88-49 over the Delta Devils from Mississippi Valley State. Storyline continues. 17 for Midgard, 20 for Labor. Midgard with that double-double, 13 rebounds as well.
Yeah, look at that. The rest of the team had walked off, but Lindsey was, they got his attention. He's joining the rest of the Lopes and the players and coaches for a post-game prayer at center court, which I think is a really cool tradition that they're starting here. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk over that or be quiet.
Either, yeah.
What's the etiquette?
Kind of an intimate moment down there, you know what I mean?
I really want to get someone mic'd down there. Ready to see if we can slap a microphone on one of the assistant coaches or Coach Drew and hear what it is that they're saying. I'm sure they're wishing the other team well in travel, as they're going to be on the road for quite some time, for at least another month.
Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Thank you, guys. I am joined by the reigning WAC Freshman of the Year, Javon. It's looking good so far out there for the Lopes early in the season. But for you personally, how great does it feel, A, to be back playing basketball like this at a competitive level, but to have a year of experience under your belt to go out there now?
It feels really good. Last year, I was thrown in the ocean with the Sharks, so it was a learning year for me. This year, I'm more experienced. I feel like my IQ's gotten better, so it's good.
And COVID, obviously, the team got a late start, but how do you feel like you guys are gelling and coming together under Coach Drew?
I feel like this is a whole new team. Our chemistry is different. Everybody loves one another. Everybody trusts one another. We trust the staff's process, so it's going to be a good year.
What do you think the team can do? I would imagine the sky's the limit. In a game like tonight, you go out there, impressive offensive performance by all, but also keeping strong on the defense. Is that something Coach Drew is stressing at practices?
Yeah, we know some nights we're not going to make every shot, so we have to play defense every night. If we can defend, our shots will come easier.
And so far for you, you look at ease out there. It's not an easy game, but you make it look a little bit easy with your skill and talent out there. What's fueling your success early on?
I've just been in the gym this summer, really working, trying to learn as much as I can, watching film. Like I said, my IQ, I feel like it's got really better. My jumper, my handles, it's just all around good.
Well, you were great at interviews as a freshman, and you're even better as a sophomore. Thank you so much, Javon, for joining us. And as you can see, guys, a great finish here at GCU tonight. 88-49, the final. GCU making things happen both ends of the court. We'll be back to talk more about this and wrap things up. Coming up on Fox 10 Extra. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Apple Card. Apple Card has no fees, not even hidden ones. Not Apple Card has every possible fee. Not cool, not Apple Card. So if your credit card's not Apple Card, maybe it should be.
A perfect 3-0 to start the 2020-21 season. Oscar Freyer saw some of the old Oscar coming back. Great to see that. As the Lopes with a big win. And again, we seem to be a little bit repetitive about talking about the bigs here. But Ashbourne, Midgard, Laver, again, the storyline here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just a dominant performance. I really like the way these guys are working well together around the basket, the inside-outside punch. I mean, you really could have got a couple different ways with a player of the game. And Laver had 20 points, but Midgard, when the guy goes out there and he's 8 of 8 from the field, he gets 17 points and 13 boards, and he makes it look easy, that's your player of the game right there. But, you know, what he's doing so well is using his length around the basket to his advantage on both ends of the floor. I mean, 36 rebounds through 3 games. You can do the math on that to figure out what the average there is, Barry. You're smarter than me, but I like his high field goal percentage. He's very good at getting the ball in traffic, but finishing with power. whether guys are draped around his shoulders, his arms, it doesn't matter. Nothing seems to bother him. He's got a little nasty to him. That's why I call him Big Ashley, because he's got a little bit of a nasty type of an attitude around the basket, like he will not be denied.
Yeah, how about not being denied? Oscar Freyer, you know, he kind of epitomizes a little bit of what Javon Blackshear was telling Kate about it really being a team. The team chemistry has really improved this year. And you saw that unselfish play from Oscar Freyer early on here tonight.
Yeah, didn't score, just was really moving that basketball and got himself 4 assists in the game. He was looking for his bigs to get off and knew where the strength was, and then knocked down to 3 in the second to start the second half. And when we started dishing, he was dishing that ball all night long, really. I mean, he had 3 of the team's first 4 assists just going inside and getting steals. I love this one right here, the little back scratch and one-arm jam. 56 rebounds is a huge number, again with 20 assists in the game for the Lopes.
On the paint numbers, 56-4. Let's revisit your 3 keys to the game. Brought to you by Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, well, after a bit of a slow start, they really opened it up in that first half. They did not have that holiday hangover. I thought they did a great job. They shot 55%. They caused only 14 turnovers tonight, but the points in the paint. I mean, they were dominant of getting the ball and getting those second chance points and points off of turnovers, and really just only allowed 2 made field goals in the second half on 2-pointers. That's tremendous. And then, like we said tonight, everybody got a chance to get out of the sweatsuit and get out there on the floor. Not everybody scored, but you got 12 Lopes that scored, which is a huge number.
Well, you've had 3 opponents here. They're all victories for the Lopes. They're probably favored going into against these guys.
Sure.
But the confidence, the team chemistry, they're all enjoying playing together. And there were a lot of newcomers. So this has got to be tremendous to kind of have this early vibe, this positive vibe going on, knowing that, they're going to have to kind of knuckle down here when the likes of Nevada and Arizona State come to town.
Yeah, that rotation will get a little bit shorter, but that's good to establish this early. Everybody gets a little bit of a taste early on. I mean, and you talk about 10, you got 10 guys. And so it's not going to get too short. You got 10 guys that can play. Of course, I like my guy Zador out there as well. But Miller, Moore, and Stone, and McLaughlin. They can all contribute if such somebody, get in foul trouble or tweak an ankle. I don't think Coach Drew and his staff has any problem filling somebody in that spot.
Yeah, they'll be looking to fill a spot on Saturday because right now, Prairie View A&M with COVID issues, not the opponent as originally planned. So the Lopes coaching staff and Director of Basketball Operations, Ryan Lightfoot, scrambling now to try to find an opponent. So keep it right here on GCULopes.com or go to GCULopes.com for all the latest information, all the updated news, as well as all the social media feeds as well. But that'll do it from here at GCU Arena tonight, as the Lopes are victorious over the Delta Devils 88-49. Please join us again this Saturday, 5:30. Kate will have the pregame show. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Buchel, wishing you all a very wonderful evening. Good night, all.